Imran Sila from the Strategic Communication Ministry of Information and Civic Education. So, Imran, in terms of describing this whole resolution and final decision as in the interest of Salone, how you go explain that more let people understand and believe, say, whatever decision come out from this 3-day dialogue, it really did in the interest of Salone people?
Well, because number one, I don't think say any side go claim say all within them in gets in terms of not a notebook before then they go into them conversations and then all thing and command do it. So that shows it's say they in the interest of Sierra Leoneans. I don't say earlier, and I think say you get forgive City Tunis, right, and the leadership of the APC credits, and also Dr. David Moyne in Asenge as Chief Minister will lead them conversations and the day for and on behalf of government to get for self credit and tell plenty thank you to the mediators then. Because then go inside there with one purpose. Yes, all sides been get their own issues them with them raise and get them conversations and they're around them. But ultimately, I think the mindset was how we will put this team behind and move forward as a country. How we will put the issues there to rest and make sure so we address them. Now that make you find out, say, as soon as the one panel recommendation and say His Excellency the President for talk to the nation, that was the easiest thing for President Bio for do. Easiest thing. Yesterday somebody they asked me the question, say, well, when we go see President Bio and Dr. Samuel Kamara, they shake hand now in the public and all that, and I tell the person, I said, but I said the relationship between President Bio and Dr. Samuel Martin Wilson Kamara has always been very cordial.
Very
always
visible, the cordiality?
Absolutely.
Behind us?
Absolutely. No, we don't see that cordiality there. So I'll give one instance yesterday. I remember where Dr. Kande Koleyomkela lost him with. We've been there both for the begging. APC as a political party go, right? At the very highest level. SLPP go. His Excellency the President been there with the First Lady, and government minister. And, after the service in a church, now then two all they come on do. Then they can't laugh or like, people are like, hey, what are they talking about? These are leaders in their own right of both political parties then. And so that relationship, they don't always be very cordial. With all of the recommendations there, we don't come on a do. We also get for keep in mind, say, na goodwill, na plenty. On both sides, goodwill. That goodwill, we can go into that room there for getting conversations there. Now that same goodwill there, and they take we forward on every single one panel recommendations in there. And one more thing I go add, probably before I ask the next question. I don't hear a lot of journalists then they say, to your point, where you ask them about party supporters then, when and how do we take the recommendations there to the people of Salone? I mean, across the country. Then they get for be very, which you could call bipartisan. I should say APC then self they do their own bit. SLPP as a political party, they do their own bit. Government getting your role for play, for reach out. But then also, the National Peace and Cohesion Commission, I should say supposed to be able to put together, right, a group of people then, we include people then from all the political divide and stakeholders then, for go across the country, district to district, and engage. I should say, if you engage and let people know the content, let people know the outcome, let people understand why we reach them conclusions there and how they benefit Salone. So until then question and self you ask me, brother, and I need not go there for ask her next week come because Sierra Leoneans will be fully briefed, right? Okay. And then go deal with we every step of it.
I come to CDI Tunis. Earlier where you mentioned the pointers them and the agreement them. One you mentioned now the issue of the setting up a committee for look at the structure of the electoral system. Somebody where they listen to you go like for ask how this could different or this committee could different from the one where the president be announced during the closure of parliament, who say the vice presidents now the head of that committee.
Well, I'm not going to be able to tell because in the first place, the president in pronouncement came before the dialogue. And when it also the talk, I think 2 days ago, it make mention of the fact that it already mentioned this, but it also take into consideration waiting the agreement or suggest. We're not going to be able to tell now until the terms of reference is developed. Then you're going to be able to know how detailed this committee in work for be, and waiting at the scope, waiting and go cover, and waiting they go look at. So But this provide opportunity for we as a nation for really probably now able to address issues around elections once and for all. We go do to the satisfaction of every Sierra Leonean, and we go continue for strengthening with democracy and help me and you forget trust, more trust in the electoral systems or issues around elections. So, but we get 30 days for let this committee go down set up. The agreement clearly spell them out, and then work for 6 months. Therefore, don't complete all the work and make the recommendations we then get for make to government for to the nation for future interventions.
Earlier say they now set up the TUR in terms of reference for this committee. For una na the opposition, what una want for see as term of reference na this committee?
Wetin we concern about and for ensure say one, we make the elections process easy for understand, free, fair, and credible. We go look for see a clearer way, and more transparent way collation of results they happen, tabulation of results they happen, and then even when it comes to issues around, results management, announcement, and all of that. But more importantly, you get to look at the institutions themselves, where they handle elections in this country, within the staff capacity, within the qualifications of the people, and where they handle their election business they are. So it doesn't necessarily just get to be limited to ECSL, because not today no more, involved in elections process. Yes, now then are the key institutions we're responsible. But it get to go beyond that. You get other elections management bodies we go come in. But this not to something we one go sit on now and decide, because the scope might be huge. And I make a talk earlier say as much as the committee, the agreement say this committee forgets a tripartite leadership, but I know say the membership not go just be limited to 3 parties. It may be wider because this is a national issue. We get for involve people from all walks of life, for ensure say we really sit down on this and we get them right in the interest of the people of Sierra Leone.
So apart from the electoral system and structure, another I'm going to say election after 5 years, but when are the other immediate things they want to go on for? See, because earlier you mentioned say some of our supporters them can say certain things, and according to you, you say they can get them arrested.
Yes, we talk around then things then when we go into the dialogue, the APC, we, compartmentalize, we position paper. We put them into 3 broad categories. 1, being they look at elections. 2, being they look at the issues around justice and the rule of law, and then 3, being they look at human rights issues them. So under the human rights issues, then we, talk about several things that we don't happen, including which we just talk about the arrest, the burning of properties, and all of that. So these are all things, and people even we don't lost their lives. So these are all things where the discussions been sent around, and some of them they like I say we they not be able to deal with immediately because of circumstances around them. Like for example, when we talk about people we don't lost their lives and how, we for coming for address their issues, then and I hear a lot of people, they say they don't see that inside the agreement. Now, because, their own position was that we not go discuss some of them things that are with investigations, they still go on. For example, if you say they kill somebody in a social side, we'll not conclude that investigation yet. So we'll not go begin talk about compensation for them thing, and the way we not conclude. We want to get to the bottom of, identify the perpetrators and bring them to book. The same for properties then we then burn. So we get for first of all able for access, investigate, bring the perpetrators to book, we know whether they're responsible, and then actions go follow. So then kind of discussions then come up, and I want to let people also know say during the discussions then they not been there on just one side, because the government side themselves come up, say, okay, we self get any kind of situation that they will happen in other parts of the country. So it was holistic.
Now, before we come to Imran on government commitment for implementation of the outcome of the dialogue, we look at one demand where the All People's Congress Party make, we now for drop case against politically motivated people, we then think serious supporters of the APC. How wide or how plenty that this group of people MD across Salon from Unayon standpoint and by Unayon calculation?
Well, in the first place, this is a wide, a broad. But if you look, the agreement clearly states and say, first of all, we get for sit down and they get for be under the consideration of the government, because you get for also, and I get for be very sincere with this one, because this agreement we all get for no say it is for the benefit of the people of Sierra Leone. It is one way for strengthening we institutions them, not to one way for undermine we institutions. So when it comes to issues like the one in the, you heard me earlier what be the attempt for, define or talk about some of the people within any go through hard and get arrested and get charged. So first of all, you get for sit down and able to determine, case by case basis, you get for look into circumstances will lead to then cases they are so. And then you get for able to determine what you go categorize as politically motivated case. So all and they get for be discussed, going forward. I don't be able to sit down here now and say, oh, this case, that one day, then one day are politically motivated cases. But someday we clearly sometimes we will sit down and free time, not even know, say but people and they upline where they go through certain things. Then
when I get any name when I go to identify now, say this person they behind bars because of this before the compilation.
I get let even go to the communities. Let not even come Western area. We get a situation now where one case they bow, for example, where they arrest somebody in a bond, then say because it make statement against the president. Then cry and go bow, they face charges, they appear in a court every now and then. Now the magistrate court na bow for that day. So then kind things then they, you get for look into them. Clearly you go see and say, no, this it may not be all that, other than politics. So, but again, we get for sit down, we address them head on, we look at them, and then we're able for determine sincerely. All of this sincerity get for the day, and we get for also, just like how we don't begin, for look at them with that national eye, we get for continue for behave that way, they
so
forget this right.
So I'll continue for engaging and supporter them for letting know one thing in respect of leaders and the thing they did the utter. Every country get law where they abide them. Because you just talk say they arrest the person, but waiting the arrest them for state them clearly.
But I just talk them. I see them
arrested, we say what he exactly
make
say.
Statements against the president. Well, I'm not gonna know exactly what he say. I make us say we'll get for look at them. But you see, this is what I would say. I know say you try for ask me questions about hate speech. This is what I would say. When it comes to issues like hate speech, we all get a responsibility for ensure say we be decent, we be proper, and we be very careful as to the statements that we they make. We can able pass on with information and hold on to with positions without being insulting, or without stating things that we go inflame violence in this country. And it goes for everybody, even we were in authority, not to just that ordinary man out there. During the elections, plenty leaders that make statements that we be inciting, we go set this nation on fire. So as much as we go after the ordinary man because they say something we inflammatory, we go cause division at the country, we self within a leadership position for ensure say for they make statements, then we go address issues, but we go bring we together as a nation rather than divide we.
I don't ever gain any interview. And which I go do now for Reco, reiterate President Bio in your words, where you addressed the nation a couple of days ago. He said the provisions in this mediated dialogue agreement, he said it will receive the highest consideration from my government. It will receive the highest consideration from in government. That says a lot from the first gentleman of the Republic. The President of the Republic of Sierra Leone will get the responsibility on behalf of government for follow through on own part of the bargain. And definitely, you know, if Nasonto, if I take to the bank, I go encourage you to take him to the bank and go keep on there. Because President Bio, once he don't talk on the matters there, that is final. There is no way we're not to follow through on the recommendations there.
Now, plenty suggestions or plenty things and then at the communique. We one get for do with within CD just talk about we had the for drop case against politically motivated. We then things in a politically motivated. Don't make mention of some of them and they say then they are cross. Our government ready for this aspect of the implementation, considering that some of them cases are still under trial.
So a few things I would say. Number one, I think say the judiciary, right, and the laws make clear provisions for cases for be dropped out of court. So even in instances where they charge you, they don't convict you, the court can now decide, say, in no go sentence person. Law also not forget, say, at the end of every year, we get what to call presidential pardons. CD be done in our government before. Right? From late President Ahmed Tijan Kaba, every Christmas, you know, say president, they give presidential pardons, and the cow then listen, they to look and say, okay, well, this been get 16 years, it don't do 8 years, waiting up in the crime, you know, then brief it, president, okay, the one there, will they pardon them, and that is what happens every year. So it is not a novelty they introduce, not anything where they rock the judicial system. However, we also probably need for notes. I mean, which you say, my brother say, the one there in their opinion, which is also subjective. But I think, say, in the spirit of goodwill, that list there will be put together by the APC. It will be brought to the table. There is a clear commitment from His Excellency the President. It will probably be beneficial for the purpose of this particular conversation. Law also note, say, that there is a distinction and a difference between politically motivated and politically related. Which I mean by that one day. If me grab now go na area during that campaign, a halala stone use, right? In the course of an election, right? It is politically related. Was it politically motivated? That would be determined, you know. So it's a delicate thing. I mean, but the good thing is, as we move forward, you know, now the goodwill on the part of the APC and then team and the leadership, and goodwill on the part of governments and President Biowena in the lead government.
So in line with the goodwill from both political parties, how ready on be for ensure say all it's fulfilled at the end of the day in all of this resolution in conclusion?
It's up to you. We are more than prepared, you know. We all in our government will listen to one voice. And one leader all gets, and one leader all they serve. When His Excellency the President retired Brigadier Julius Madabio. So once he don't lay the marker, he don't set the tone, say now so will they go. Right? We all now at his service. We know say every single person in government. And that was why you saw the Chief Minister. Right? In that room there, they lead them conversations and they foreign on behalf of government representing His Excellency the President. And also putting in signature on behalf of the President. Now for make sure say we let the people of this country know so we committed to every single one.
Okay, now in line of
Una
the big one and another stakeholder and the party ensuring that they do the right thing. I want to also make sure say una engage, una support them. Let the utterances and things so they do not trigger anything again against the opposition party as well.
No, you know, absolutely. And I think say that's not something where the leadership of the party no say and get for do. Not they as part of the leadership, I mean the national executive. But then we self could do our own part. One other thing again where it's also important for Lewi to do now for also distance we self. Because it is one thing for take a message to your supporters and sympathizers and get them for understand exactly where you come up from and follow through. As leaders of your party, don't let them follow through on which you to go tell them for do in the best interest, right, of national unity, peace, and cohesion. But you get the one the way they hate them, they shake small pan this business. When ordinary supporters them. Ordinarily.
From other side?
Both sides of the divide. Then they don't hate them, just they shake no more. You don't tell them this, now then they go do.
And you're not able to control them fully.
In instances, not because, because you make a dimension, this is not because you ask my brother the same question also. In instances where them people and they, as against which one I don't tell them and go do them, I expect, say, we suppose for able, as leaders of the party, for able for distance yourself publicly from them people and they, and dissociate yourself from them comments and they. No. Then they go help for calm tensions and for reassure the vast majority of who say, that one day they're on your own. No. Not the supporter.
Now, the other issue will come up now, the dialogue, or the last time we get the commissioner and the peace commissioner, the chairperson, talk about, say, this dialogue not absorb any government institution in mandate or in work. And one request from the All People's Congress Party now the issue of backlog for then elected representatives, they may not be in take seats. In a situation where the law not called for, we get foresee government bend the law for achieve some of their recommendations. Yeah.
Again, I'm not going for give a final answer on that one day.
Why?
And I have a reason for that one day. It's just like when you say Christmas don't come. The spirit has to be joyful. It has to be peaceful. It has to be reconciliatory. Or the one the way to go Hajj and say if you don't do anybody wrong, you go and go make peace because you go now that pilgrimage day, you don't have to go with any luggage. And so there has to be a spirit, right, in then dialogue and then conversations that are going forward. Now that I think the channels of communication, they're still open on every single minute detail. How peace in itself takes everything into consideration. It takes the law, right? But it also takes the latitudes of the laws. How unable for without probably bending the law or breaking the law or circumventing the law, how can we do it in the interest of peace? I'm almost certain that that's now the primary preoccupation of every single person now, right, at this moment in time moving forward. Let's just say one other thing again on ECSL, right, and the review, because my brother Seth touched on them. When His Excellency the President will make the pronouncement of the systems review for ECSL, there is a reason to make President BO not being follow through in terms of putting together that team day. He been only saying that the Vice President will lead her. Okay. Because he wanted the opposition party to be part of that process. Now making not be follow through immediately. He said, no, let's left this space. Let's see what they happen. Because the opposition get for be part of farm, right? For form the team together. So I don't think we're going to forget 2 electoral systems review committee. It is going to be one with everybody on board, right? Stakeholders, what they call and all that, and then we move forward and reach them conclusions.
CD, we don't talk about some of the recommendations and one of the suggestions where the All People's Congress Party been come up with the issue of backlog, where I earlier asked Imran Silla about our government committed for the implementation of that. For somebody where they listen, wouldn't be make the APC come with that suggestion inside the dialogue for backlog for the elected representatives that will not be in take seats?
Well, it not necessarily means it come out from the APC. The fact is, it is in the agreement. So I'm not able, because when you look at the APC position paper, it is not there. So it not necessarily means it come out from there. But what's important now?
Would I suggest that?
No, I'm not going to know. I'll not be the inside it. But what's important now that we get for, first of all, know what's in the laws around the issues then they. And we get for, first of all, know when you're not a member of parliament, when they say you're not a member of parliament, and when the whole issue around being member of parliament starts, whether or not they tell you they elect you, whether or not they tell you take oath, then we not going to know. But parliament then going to know that. And so, in as much as it is in the agreement, these are issues where the parliamentary leadership will go sit down and look at them and see what they know say acceptable and what workable under the laws. But I sure say that some of them things and they're very clear, inside the law, and we don't even need for begin to sit down the debate about them. But at the same time also, like we always don't state now, whatever they happen in this agreement, how we go map a way forward for work cordially, for push this country go forward. And I think it is very important for us to focus on that.
So, CD, one of the requests or demand from the opposition in this whole resolution and dialogue now for make sure say the president is excellency, President Bill address the nation, and we see it do that days back, and where President Bill be address the nation, you see say it mean already the talk, and you see say the impression where it shows saying a father of everybody. How una feel when I don't begin get what una want from the ruling government?
Well, what thing I go say around the speech is that now be a positive speech. We may listen. Positive in the sense the president clearly called for unity at the country, a commit to the agreement, we come on at the dialogue, and also the biggest specific words that we use that in government again the highest consideration, and they also call on the people of this country for be united, for all work together. So on a whole, it was a positive speech, and we had a hope and pray that it will be actionable. And we don't need to go back to the past. We are looking into the future with a look forward, and getting that kind of statements from the president at this time where we country so deeply divided. They only hope and pray that as difficult as the situation don't be for winners alone, as challenging as it don't be for winners alone, I think we can make it better. We can make it work.
So one thing where people they wonder at this moment in time, APC and SLPP are representing the party them. People they wonder why we're so calm, polite, and more modest for a very long time. Most of can get to now can they log at each other. Nobody know can gain company chance. Which exactly
well, I always don't say this. In politics are all about service to the people of this country. Now, you where they see politics as a career, now you go get problem always because you don't make a career, but it will be a service. And in that case, now ideologies could be different. Their ideologies, then how we present them to the people, now that go make them they like we differences not forever divide we, which is why some of us take circumstances before, during, and after the 2023 elections very seriously, because things then they will happen we're not supposed to don't happen. We are Sierra Leoneans, regardless of which colors. The most important colors will for always celebrate now the green, white, and blue.
Quick one.
Because that one day is permanent. You Sierra Leonean, you're Sierra Leonean. Like you go to any other country, Sierra Leone go always there. Like you gain citizenship na any other country, you Sierra Leonean blood, now you Sierra Leonean blood.
So quick one, we don't see a statement from the president. We therefore see any statement from Dr. Samura as the leader of the delegation for the negotiation or the dialogue.
Certainly, yes.
When that speech they come up?
Probably as soon as possible. I not go state, but it therefore address the membership and the supporters.
What thing will be the messages at the speech?
No, I not go tell, but you not go see anything other than calling for law unite, for law push this nation go before, but clearly, and for also probably state clearly some of the things them in the agreement and the rationale behind them, and for also dispel a lot of the rumors where they go around.
Continue for stay with you, CDI Tunis, National Publicity Secretary for the All People's Congress APC party. We come to Imran Sila. Imran, quick one. Now we look at the implementation from government standpoint.
So Musa, Awale Imran gets the same answer, please, through at CD for say for a very long time. We see the two main party them where people can do everything for day. Right now it's not the studio, but then so they agree to everything. Where each of them they say they're so modest and polite. Imran again, just like I was saying the same thing at CD. What exactly una dey try for sure at this moment?
You know, let just say, I mean, I think say me and CD, we can describe ourselves as being politicians. We belong to different political parties. But CD get your own personality, get your own character, get your own disposition. I can say the same for myself. And no say for myself, who I sit down at me core. Me now, which you would call the quintessential mortal man alive, yeah? I believe in relationships. Because not then they last, not then they outlive them in their offering so. Interesting. There was a time where CD was a minister. He's no longer a minister. Adenaya, I sit down here, they talk on behalf of government. There will be a time where I will sit down like CD. Now this studio or some other place being nothing. But
So this will continue?
The point is, if you understand, say, there's a bigger purpose in your life, beyond politics, beyond the political parties, then you understand the core essence of life also in the process, which is keeping relationships. When all of this is said and done, I want for able for bracket CD. If even they far, let's see me, I not see, I'm like, hey, Imran, wave, and be happy that at least there is that relationship. And so, in this business of politics, we have our positions here, down and they not they change, they will do forever. But we also understand that, in them moments there, it deserves, which you would call, moments. It deserves your attention.
Well, from that statement, the quick we'll go for short music break inside the program. Quick one, we come to CD Tunis from the All People's Congress Party. As we round up the program now, how committed the APC for take part in governance in Parliament and in the councils?
We're very committed. I mean, we don't hear from the president. The party already begin for, set motions in place for implement this agreement fully. And as you heard me earlier, the Ministry of Local Government, they don't pull dates for the elected officers and take oaths. I think today, subside and day, and then tomorrow, the party already right for ensure say the one with be don't elect as councillors, then we don't be don't take oaths for, take part by this oath taking ceremony. So we fully committed, and we want to give the people of this country the assurance that whatever it is that we can do for ensure say we look at the elections business them thoroughly and make them free, fair, and credible. We did behind that, and we implement this agreement to the fullest.
Now, not only for go na council and parliaments. The opposition, they serve as check to government activities. Them already una day in that aspect for come on board in governance.
We're always ready. I mean, a lot of things then they happen we for the debate. Now, like we me and Imran there, so we for the talk about the issues we, get for do with the livelihood of Australians. We get a lot of issues around electricity, water. We get for look at the economy and waiting we feel say we say for propose for ensure say we're able to change the economic situation at the country. So it is not so much just for critique, but we also for make recommendations to government as to how we feel say we for change things for let this country able to develop rapidly.
Thank you very much, Sidia Tunis, for joining me inside the program. Good morning, Salon. We come to Imran Sila, as you get from CD Tunis. I'll prepare the day for take part in governance, but one concern we always can come from there now the issue of accommodation from the opposition, from the government, especially now the well of parliament, when the critical decisions then they let them take part fully without being dragged out. Our government ready for accommodate the opposition for take part in governance?
Well, let's say, I don't know, in the last life of Parliament, for the most part, I'm in go Parliament. Either I go there with Rado Soare, with the Minister now of Labour and Employment, or I go there by myself for other issues then. I've been to see a healthy conversation, right? From Cheikoko, Front Bench, Honorable IB Kagbo, Kota IB, and, the SLPP members of Parliament. And I don't think, say, Parliament getting your vibes, getting your spirits. And that is one place where MPs then able for grab and say the things that they feel for saying all that. And
Okay.
let's just end. I mean, the note I go like for end on. Now for his state again, President Bill, because, you know, nine don't talk, finally. Now for his state, some of the things that we say, and I go just go say one particular thing we say we're very important as we end. And then I go ask Una, Lorna play.
Not get enough time.
Lorna do the pledge again. You know, so you don't play that first music. Lord do the pledge again as we dey close. That music they will not for play and the national pledge. You know, play a lot go. And say, President Bill say to every citizen of this country, I tell you, this dialogue transcends politics and political divide. It is about our country and our people. And we must continue to work hard to promote the values of inclusiveness and unity.
So your
Full
message
stop.
of peace, where everybody will understand, especially for una supporter them, in a more simple way.
Well, Pastor talk now, Pam.
Kuri, you obviously go ahead.
Now I'm talking Palimba.
No, go ahead,
Palimba.
Kuri.
Anyway, so you know, family and do on allow always safe. Whatever those issues are, like we don't always say, law come to the table, law talk them. Let us be peaceful, right? And let continue for move Mama Salon
See
before.
this?
See the quick
Which is
message of
left.
peace.
I mean, we always don't tell we membership and we supporters for remain calm and peaceful and be law abiding and make them continue for look to the leadership of the party. We want this nation for go before and we want everybody for able to live safely, peacefully, in a more secured, progressive country where we all go enjoy the benefits, the facilities. But for let we do that, we get for be peaceful, and so I dey call on everyone for remain calm, law abiding, and peaceful.
And we hope you all wanna support our fans of the both party then, SLPP and APC. Don't listen to this and take it into deep consideration. Plenty thank you to all two CDI at unit.
I do the national pledge.
The National Publicity Secretary for the APC party for your input. Also, we get Imran Silla of the Strategic Communication Unit at the Ministry of Information and Civic Education. Thanks to all two. Una can make your input on the way forward after the 3-day dialogue. Plenty thank you to all two.
Thank you.